So let's start with the VBA in Excel. The VBA is a Visual Basic Applications, and we can put some code for specific functions. You can generate your own functions. We can put in different components. So with the help of simple example, we'll understand how to use the VBA in Excel. So we are starting with the VBA with a simple example, that is a calculation of simple interest, and I will write a function for it, and we'll put the function on a VBA component like a button. We'll put the code and then we'll see how it works. So let's start with the example. Simple interest. I think the formula is clear to everyone. So we can write it as P R T and divided by 100. So principal amount, and this is rate, and this is time divided by 100. This is the same formula of simple interest. Okay, so we are taking a label. The first label is the principal amount. We'll put it here, and the second component, that is rate and the time, and we'll take the input values here, and finally we'll calculate the simple interest here. And we'll want to get the result here. So what we do, I am going to add a component, and inside that particular component we'll add some code to calculate the simple interest from the value given here. So here if we name the cell like principal amount, it will be entered here at F4, rate at F5, and time at F6. So first we have to go to the developer section and then insert, and I'll put button here as put a button and calculate. Simple interest. So button and now the component is created, but we have to add action for this particular button. So now what we do, we'll select this button, we'll go to the code, and then we have to define the calculations, how to perform the calculation for simple interest. So actually there are three variables which are taken as an input, and one variable which will be taken to store the result of simple interest. So we'll start with defining for P principal component as a principal amount, R as GUI. Since both the value may be floating points, so we can define it as a double t as single. Now we have to take the values as a input. So from where we'll take, like for fee is a range. We have to see that one, like it'll take the value from F4 F4 and for R it will be range. It's a F5 will enter the value here at F5, so we'll put F5 here, and the third, the time range equal to, sorry, range, and now we can check where we'll take the input of time at F6. F6. And finally, we'll take one more variable for the simple interest SI as double, because we have to store the calculated value in a particular variable. Then SI will take, okay, so P multiplied by R multiplied by T divided by 100. And range, now we have to put this value here at F9. So now see what we'll do. Range F9 dot value equal to SI. I hope it is clear to everyone, because we have to we have stored the value in SI, and finally the SI, the value of SI will be we have to print where at F9. So we have written range F9 dot value. Now we can save it. I'm giving it name SI1, and better to save it in XLSM format. So once it is stored, your function is workable. The code which we have written, that would work properly. Now we can check it. Like suppose we have 50,000 amount taken. Rate is suppose the rate of interest is 10%, and the time is 5 years. And now see, so the simple interest is 25,000 for 5 years. See, it is calculated. So here we have seen that we have written a small code for VBA under a component that is button, and that calculates simple interest. So it was a simple examples with that you understand how to use VBA code and how to embed in particular components like in button. So in this example you have seen that how we have embedded a small code inside a component like a button to calculate simple interest. So you can implement it for any formula, like suppose you have to calculate the EMI for your loan amount, or for there are many business operations where the different formulas are generated, and you can apply this formula uh, using these codes, and that would be simple for you to use for further applications. So these are the actually the VBA is the one of the most useful component, and it can add extra value. It can increase your efficiency of work in Excel. We'll see more examples in the further sessions, because it was a preliminary session and I have taken a very simple example to describe how to use the VBA applications. I hope you have understand the VBA in simple way, and in the forthcoming session we'll understand the VBA with the help of more examples so that you can understand, you can apply in any business applications. Thank you.